So they want to pay all Nup lawyers, attorneys. It used to be that representatives like the member of parliament for Kampala, you know, she was very active and all of that. I don't know what happened with her, but I haven't seen her do act like she used to be. I don't know if she's compromised or not. Obviously, the late Wameli was poisoned by Mpuga and the group, just so that because he was very active and true to Nup. He was poisoned, later had stage 4 cancer from eating the poison, and later died. In fact, he died, I think, in the United States, and the body was taken back home for burial. So in that meeting with all those assignments, I'm going to repeat those who were present. Mpuga, Basalirwa, Segona, Bwanika, Ruamushana, Kabanda, Tayebwa, former Chief Justice Owindolo, Biabakama, Head of Police, CDF, Head of Prisons, IGP, Maega was online. New Chief Justice was also online. And 2 TV bosses, TV station bosses were also present. Okay. So I finished. That's the agenda. That's what they talked about. The next security alert is during a meeting by the Security Council, which involves the top heads of security in Uganda. They discussed changes that they would like to see with Muhoozi because of how dangerous he has gotten his family, his father and himself, and Uganda in general, because of the tweets and all of that. They discussed changes that they want to make some changes in the military and police, but they want it to look normal so that Ugandans don't suspect any activity, you know, anything going on, such as the father moving things around, you know, moving the post a little bit. Kagame was online attending, the president of Rwanda. As always, he's the mastermind of atrocities in Uganda with Museveni, Salim Saleh, and the rest of the security team. They were all present. They suggested that Muhoozi should be sent to Russia to send him away, to say, oh, he's going to take on further studies, because remember, his father does not trust him going anywhere else in the world, because Muhoozi is like a target because of the things he does. He can get picked up if he's sent to countries like the US or Europe or anywhere like that. Others are not interested. Other people in the Security Council do not even want to discuss Muhoozi. They are done. They don't like the kid. They don't want him to lead the country. They don't want to work under him because of the actions that he, you know, the way he moves, the way he does things without consulting, disrespectfully, putting everyone in danger. They really don't want to work with him. So some of them are for Muhoozi going to Russia. Others are for complete demotion, in fact, retiring him from the military altogether. Salim Saleh, however, his uncle, the brother of Yoweri Museveni, would like for Muhoozi to stay because he does not trust any other human being to become CDF in Uganda, because they know they've harmed Ugandans a lot. They know that Ugandans are tired. In fact, they don't trust the military in Uganda because they know that they could turn against them at any time and it's over. So people like Okiding, who may be considered for the position, Salim Saleh does not trust. He wants his nephew back in that position. So in retaliation, they also want, actually let me add this, they also want changes in the police such that the reshuffle looks normal. So in the next few days, you're going to see some changes in the military. Muhoozi probably moved away from being CDF. He may be demoted, or he may, you know, obviously he'll be working in the background, but he will not be CDF and reckless like he has always been. Okay. The other thing is Museveni has called on all the Katikiros. Katikiros are like deputies to the Kabakas or the kings locally in Uganda. He has called all of them, and he has called them to come and turn up by force. He wants a photo op with them. He wants them to come and take a photo with him in front of the media, so that he looks like all of them are in support of him and in agreement with his leadership, and that they support his presidency and that his presidency is legitimate. Okay, he wants all of them to come and pause for a picture and also legitimize his win. Maega, the Katikiro of Buganda, is obviously baffled because Kabaka of Buganda will not do it and is not going to come to take this photo up with Museveni. He sent, remember, Museveni sent Katikiros to go and bring their kings so they come and take a photo with him. Museveni considers himself a modern day king. He has said it many times. So he would like to do that such that he looks like they are all in support. But remember, many of the kings, such as the king of Bunyoro, the one who was arrested, I think, from Kasese, the one who was arrested and jailed for 5 years for disobeying or not agreeing with Museveniism. You know, the people like that, Kabaka of Buganda has seen to, honestly, even if he speaks sometimes in symbolism, he has shown his position. He's not working with Museveni, does not support, does not want him, but he can't publicly come out and say anything because he's usually like under arrest, basically. He wants the kings to make speeches attacking Bobi Wine, denouncing Bobi Wine from their communities, claiming that they've had peace. Museveni brought peace and they'd like to stay with that peace and therefore do not want the involvement of NUP members, or generally do not want foot soldiers in their communities. They support Museveni, they want the peace Museveni brought and things like that. So that may not happen, but he's going to make them. Museveni is forcing the Katikiros to bring the kings such that he takes a photo with them and gives them this message to do this job, because being that he gives them all this money and vehicles to move around, fancy cars and lifestyle, he has been able to manipulate them. So you will see in the next few days, some of them will come. Busoga has a very young king. He has seemed to comply with all Museveni's wishes. I've also seen Toro King. He's a young man also. He complies completely with Museveni, although they don't truly say what's in their heart. They have acted as in support. So you will see them come out sometimes. He has also called on religious leaders to preach the same doctrine. I know that I saw a video today of Balaam in church. I think there may have been more than just that. Balaam has come out and apologized for what the military did during the elections while the internet was off. But you have to remember, these are all staged acts to hoodwink the Western world to seem like they have changed. But I kid you not, if Ugandans decided to go back to the street today, they would be killed far worse than what these people did, than how many were killed during the election period. So all these are acts to make the Western world say, oh, Museveni has changed, let's talk to Bobi Wine so he can go back home and take up a position so that they can run the government together, so they can have peace. This looks like a democracy. Democracy is coming back, but truly it's not coming back. Museveni is not in Uganda to give Ugandans peace. No, Museveni is in Uganda to take over Uganda, to occupy Uganda, to bring Rwandese to Uganda. Like I said, one time I said in my video, Kagame was caught saying that he's disappointed that Museveni has not already depleted or has not already killed all Ugandans such that they have the country at large. Their hopes is to have Uganda become like a district or a part of Rwanda, or a part of like an occupation of Rwanda, because what they'd like to see is every Ugandan working for Rwandese instead of for themselves. They would be slaves. They would stay under their leadership, under their control. You know, all businesses would be owned by Rwandese, while Ugandans would be employees cheaply and with very difficult working conditions. Already, most Ugandans cannot afford food for the day, or whatever the case might be. So that is their intentions. That's what they want. The other thing that they talked about during the Katikiros meetings, to suggest that Museveni has suggested that the UPDF should come out and apologize. That's what you've seen at church today while Balamu was in church. I think he may have been in Bujingo or somebody's church like that. Museveni was asked by the UNHCR to present a report on human rights. Because of the killings and everything that happened during the elections, they are supposed to present the facts about what happened, how many people were killed, how many are still in prison, and for what reasons. They have to give numbers. You remember in Tanzania when so many people were killed during the last election, they did not, like Museveni, they were not able to, they know that many people died, okay? These people, the way they act, they will just throw a number and say, okay, just 25 people were dead or were killed, even if you had thousands of people killed. So it's a requirement, it's an international agreement that they have to present documents showing what happened during this election period. Many people are documented dead, videos showing all these things. So they want Museveni to come out and give those numbers. He just threw a number at them, but that report was rejected by UNHCR. So that means that he would have to come up with other numbers. He's going to have to document. But obviously, we are not just sitting here. Many reports have been filed. Many videos have been sent to the UNHCR. Very many files have been presented. So if you have any videos, anything you captured, any facts, write them down, share them, send them to us, because we can file them online and share them with the international bodies that deal with such atrocities or such acts in the communities or countries, okay? Share those, because we are filing those every day with the ICC and other international bodies. So send them on. If you have a video, if you have videos, just send them to my, you can send them via Messenger, or be in touch with people who you know that can file these documentations. Present them to the NUP offices and places like that. So one other security alert, all NRM were given an operation during their meeting. This was done by, obviously, when they meet and go to talk to Museveni on the next steps for the future, they have been assigned to do the following things. They have a new operation coded Clean Up Pigs. These pigs are NUP members. That's a reference towards them. In this agenda of Museveni, he says they should profile all NUP candidates and families and strong supporters, foot soldiers and constituents. Once they file, RDCs also should mount operations in their communities, arrest all NUP members and label them with terrorism. While the ghetto structure, the ghetto structure is an NRM group in the communities. So when these RDCs and all of them profile these NUP foot soldiers and people in the community, those names are passed on to the ghetto structures. These are the people who go into people's homes at night and kill NUP members, or hurt them, or cause some kind of injury to them so that they're decapitated or unable to exist. They work for Museveni. In fact, they work under somebody called Damulira, and there's another gentleman from the police force who is a leader to them. Those who don't want change will be implicated in land disputes, which I mentioned that earlier, so that they will lose their land titles, and then they'll be forced off their land. And so obviously you hear about things where the land has been taken or people have been sent off their land, pushed into camps. This is how these things begin, okay? He has also called Interreligious Council. This is another security alert. Interreligious Council sat in a meeting recently via Zoom, and they were asked that this Sunday and onward, they're going to preach Museveni. Museveni, change, peace. In fact, they've also suggested to offer fake apologies, like you saw Balamudu today. They will preach and give apologies to communities and say, oh, somebody saw Kazimba Mugalu. In fact, I saw a note today, Kazimba Mugalu saying, let's accept and be peaceful. Let's accept the election results as they are. Please don't go to the streets. Be peaceful. Museveni has brought peace. Let's continue staying in peace. He's also going to pretend to blame the security forces, like Balaam did today. He actually said, we apologize because the security forces did this, that, and the other. Just forgive them and move on. But obviously, those are things that they're saying so that the Western world believes that they are changed. I appreciate Governor or Representative Rick Jimrish, because he knew and he could read through Muhoozi and rejected his apology. So all of his apologies are landing on deaf ears. Museveni knows what's chasing him. but he doesn't know where it's going to come from, but it's coming. It is coming. He's very upset, obviously, about Muhoozi, okay? He has told his family that Muhoozi will never be a leader of Uganda. He knows it. Everybody who has consulted with, including witch doctors, guess what? This guy, this family deals in witchcraft day in, day out. I forgot something about something that the reason why there's still military at Bobby Wine's home. I understand Muhoozi, once they get Bobby Wine should have, he's going to have his blood drawn, and Muhoozi will drink the blood, thinking that that's going to make him as powerful as Bobby Wine. Have you heard stupid before? That's stupid, okay? But anyway, so in retaliation for his father saying he will never lead Uganda, he went on Twitter and started saying these things about the US being involved and all this and that, giving his father more and more pressure to take him off being CDF, okay? The other thing that they're going to do, Museveni is going to dress his family all in the same color one of these days. They're going to come out wearing a similar color. I don't know if it's going to be yellow or whatever. Some witch doctor has told him that that's going to help him turn Ugandans' hearts towards supporting him. These guys believe in witchcraft, I'm telling you. They perform witchcraft activity all day, every day, whenever they can. Every witch doctor has told Museveni that his son will never be the leader of Uganda. Every witch doctor has told Museveni that their time is up in Uganda. Their time is up. They should just pack and leave if they want to stay alive. But obviously, he cannot relinquish power because Museveni knows that as soon as he's off the seat, he's going to get captured like Bashir and taken to the ICC for crimes against humanity. He has told his family that if they don't keep grasp of power, he's going to kill himself and let everybody else get arrested. But he's not giving up power. And that's why Museveni will do anything to try to stay on power. But times have changed, man. This is your final run. I'm not talking this 5 years. This is it. It's coming. Anytime it's coming. Okay? He keeps saying he has no peace. He sees all these generals, all these people that he has killed are visiting him in his dreams. I don't know if it's dementia or what. You know, that's something that I'm in the medical field, so it's possible that might be. But apparently, if some of you have noticed him saluting just out of the blue, it's because he's seeing things. He's seeing all those guys who have been, you know, he has done true things, the Kaidas and all of them, in his visions and things like that. So those are my security alerts for today. I will be bringing some tomorrow. Some of these may have happened already. When I bring security alerts like this, it doesn't mean that they will happen right away, because sometimes when information comes out or gets out, they change, they rearrange, they regroup, they change strategy. But so far, these are things you're going to see in the next week or the next couple of days. In fact, one of them already happened today because I couldn't do it yesterday, okay? So I love you all. I love my country. I hope you guys have a great today. It's almost morning in Uganda. It is evening here. Have a great day and stay faithful. Believe in change. It is coming. Do not lose hope. Do not lose faith. Keep working. Thank you, Noop members. Thank you, foot soldiers. Thank you, Noop supporters all over Uganda, all over the world. Let's keep standing together. Let's support each other. We are all working for the same thing, so let's not fight each other. Let's stay on course and keep moving forward, okay? Change is coming. Change is coming. Take care. Have a great rest of your day. Love you. Bye.